Alright. It's like, I know nothing about this plane. I know nothing, period. First thing we're gonna do. Now let's see if we get the same type of setup that we had with the SU-25 here. Now the SU-25 did not, or the F-5 doesn't have infrared ECM, I don't think. In fact, there's nothing set on here. Oh, there is some stuff. What the heck is just going on over here? Alright, so I've got to try to remember. Control counterclockwise. That's got quite the radar system here. I'm not worried about any of that right now. Ow, God. There's an auto start sequence. That's nice. Auto stop. Left wing. I don't know exactly what those controls are. I use that for waypoints. Why don't we use... There's some auto start there. A bit of a issue with my microphone. Holy crap, this plane's got a lot of stuff in here. Canopy jettison. Right control, right shift, okay. We'll probably die a few times. No biggie. Wow, the AIM-9s have to be powered on and off. Left gun firing. Oh, those are circuit breakers. Oh, okay. Wow. There's a circuit breaker for all of these? Holy crap, serious. I'd like to know if I'm going to be able to see any of these. Center camera view. Now there's, well, I haven't got to those switches yet. Chaff mode. This does not have flares are for infrared, chaff is for radar. It does not have flares, it only has chaff. I don't have to worry about that right now. I loaded basic flight maneuvers missions, and we've got the Nevada test range loaded. That took up about 34 gigs of data. Like, that was a lot of stuff. There's engine icing. Flap lever cycle, throttle quadrant. Flap switch auto. Flap switch fixed. Left control F. It's just flare chaff, but we only have flares in the F-5. Flight instruments. Lights knob. Wow. Fuel and oxygen switch. IFF mode. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what this cockpit looks like. So we got the same basic controls, gear for the landing gear. I'm not sure what the nose strut is. Extend, retract nose strut switch. I'm not sure what that is. There's a pitch damper, a pitot switch, pitot anti-ice. Fuel switches, generator switches, RWR. Where's the volume? Audio knob right there. So that's decrease. And that will be that. That'll be that button. Increase is that one. RWR mode. I wonder what that is. Let's use this one. Sight camera, AN, ASG31. F-stop selector, holy crap. Are you serious? Wow. I'd have to use Xpatter, and like if I use, because I've got rotatable knobs, which I can't do anything with because I don't have the, I haven't found the Satec X52 programming thing yet. I got it somewhere. I got a bunch of stuff. It says the new one says it only runs on Windows XP. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. TACAN volume. That's another annoyance. Well, for lack of anything else, let's use this button here. Now let's check this view mode. So it looks like there's some other buttons utilized, but I'm not sure what those are. Wheel brake. That one. And that's it. And I'll save this profile. F-5E. It's possible that the profile covers both. I don't know yet. Alright, now we gotta look at axis assignment. Because they messed this up with the throttle. Oh, I guess that's all set. No, it's actually a slider here. Elevation tilt control. Oops, I did the wrong one. A altitude pitch trim. See, this is where you would switch modes. Like I would have all of these settings set up in a mode with a mode switch. It would be the same controls, but if I use the mode switch, like one would be flying, the other would be air to air or air to ground or that type of thing. Like for example, all of this pitch trim, the controls for the avionics and that sort of thing would be in a separate mode. I'll see, this is a different number because I had this set to 50 in the other setting. Now what I'm going to do is restart this because I want to make sure those settings are saved. It won't take too long. I don't know why it keeps downloading an updater. Then you cancel and hit OK, and it goes through this mumbo jumbo. But luckily I can still sign in. So we're all ready. Let's take a look at the F-5E Tiger Shark. Oh yeah, in the Nevada test range. Training, whatever that NTTR stands for. Alright, let's look. Now I downloaded some missions first, but let's see if the F5 itself has, what's this instant action? Let me go to instant action first. We've got cold start, takeoff, free flight, intercept. I don't know, those are not training missions. Oh, there's Nevada. That's the same thing. Alright, that's instant action for this. Let's look at mission for the F5. Are you serious? I just downloaded. It might be just with the map. The missions may just be on the map. I don't know. Let's just back this up here. I'm pretty sure it's not in campaign. Maybe I just go to the test range. Oh, there it is right there. No, it's a campaign. Wait a minute. Prepare combat forces. Join allied air crews for tomorrow's victories. Yeah. Now before I start this, I'm going to make up another little backup. Hopefully that doesn't show up over there. This won't take too long here. I'm making a backup of the saved missions and so on, since I added that. Let's skip that file. Now let's see, saves, properties. Uh-oh. I made the directory, but I didn't save. Well, what are you gonna do, you know? I didn't save the original before I made that change. But I've got one there. So, I guess that'll work. This is just a campaign? I mean, how can you... It's gonna start over at the beginning. You can't go through. I mean, there's got to be a crap load of stuff to do. Unless, so how are you going to be able to pick and choose? You can't pick and choose. And I saw this video. Next, will be a basic fighting maneuver missions against the same and dissimilar aircraft, dissimilar, etc. These missions are the most realistic air combat scenarios available. I suggest you study the red flag exercise briefing, as many of the rules apply to any mission in the NTR. Yeah, what is this? Mission planner. This is not the mission editor. Arrive at the base and head to the operations center to review your first mission. You know, I wonder if this is set up such that it creates missions on the fly, and that's how you do this. Like it triggers a new mission. But we'll find out soon enough, won't we? I have... Wait, there's... How did I do the instant start? Well, I know, let's just start this. Oh, I've got those two keys assigned to that. So we can start up the F5 automatically. We'll have to go through all of the ramp start. I want to get this bird in the air, you know what I mean? Burn. On board a C-130 flying into Nellis. Welcome. I am part of the aggressor squadron. Your objective is to provide a realistic threat replication to improve the training experience of our allied air force. Once we land, your mission will be a flight around the NTTR, etc., etc., etc.
Welcome to Vegas. The city of Las Vegas is located south of the Nevada Test and Training Range, or NTTR. NTTR is the largest contiguous air and ground space for peacetime military operations. The range is home to the famous Red Flag exercises, the most realistic air combat training game in the world. The typical 330 days of CAVU, Clear Air Visibility Unlimited, is a fighter pilot's dream. The airspace is 12,000 square nautical miles, and the range covers close to 3 million acres. There are over 2,000 ground targets, and over 35,000 sorties are conducted yearly.
I can't get back to the Hercules. It's on approach right there. Or if that's what we were flying in.
The Combined Operations Center, or COC, provides ground control intercept, or GCI, for both red and blue forces. We have a Red Force simulated integrated air defense system, all monitored via the Nellis Air Combat Training System, or NACS. For basic fighter maneuvers, or BFM, air combat maneuvers, or ACM, and large exercises, the COC has agencies Showtime, who calls the kills and manages kill removal, and Blackjack, who looks after range safety. Besides Red Flag, there is also Green Flag, Human Enforcement Military Exercise, or JMEX, and Weapons Training. Any type of sortie you can think of, the range can handle it.
There's the racetrack. This is something about flying beyond the racetrack to do the touch and goes, that sort of thing.
Nellis Air Force Base is the primary airfield serving the NTTR. It's the most active airbase in the United States. No wonder it's called the home of the fighter pilot.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's named after Las Vegas resident Lieutenant William Harold Nellis, who died strafing a German convoy on December 27, 1944, during the Battle of the Bulge.
Wow.
The Warfare Center is based here, and it manages advanced pilot training and integrates many of the Air Force's test and evaluation requirements. The Thunderbirds are also based at Nellis, along with a Predator Reaper Squadron, a JTAC training squadron, some special operations teams, and of course, the aggressors. With the Las Vegas Strip and 24-hour-a-day casinos, I guarantee you'll have a great time while you are here.
I doubt I'll be playing a casino. There's a C5 down there.
Let me tell you about the aggressors.
Looks like a C5. Air fuelers, or air tankers, right
The 65th Aggressor Squadron is assigned to the 57th Adversary Tactics Group, stationed at Nellis. Our job is to teach adversarial tactics and provide dissimilar air combat training, or DACT, to Allied Air Force units.
I'm the one that needs the training.
We participate in Red Flag, Green Flag, the Canadian Maple Flag, and various other exercises, including Weapon School syllabus support, priority test mission support, and go on road shows for training with various units across the continental United States.
It's a good little video over there.
We have been flying the F-5E Tiger II since 1975.
Right on, bro.
The F-5E is a nimble fighter and closely replicates the MiG-21.
MiG-21? Are you serious? I don't think so.
It excels in air combat maneuvering and gives the modern fighters a run for their money.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's small and hard to spot, which makes it an excellent dogfighter.
Well, not for AI.
Enjoy your time in the F-5E. It will make you a better pilot. Certainly in BFM and ACM, which is what you need to survive in a war-fighting environment. Looks like we're here. Good luck with your posting, and I expect to see you on the flight line soon.
I'd be curious as to how they set this up, unless, like, If I have to
Collect
start...
your gear, and head to base ops to review your first mission.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they got this set up. Oh, is that a... There's a B-2 bomber, a B-1B right there. It's either a B-1B or a B-2. So, like, now, what would happen right here in the, as far as the game goes, it'd be like a trigger. Now, whether it triggers you into your plane at a location, I have no idea. Oh, it says you can exit? Shit. Oh, okay. Shoot, doggone it. I wanted to read that, and that thing blocks my view all the time. It says I can exit the mission. See, this is what the problem is. It's just active. Oh, that's strange. Now see? This is what I was wondering, okay? Mission payload has not been saved. Save mission payload? Yes. Now see, this is all different. This is what I don't understand. Like, how did they go from, you know what I'm saying? Like, from one point to the next point in these missions for this campaign. It's got something to do with the triggering. Oh, look at the pictures. Holy crap. Flight familiarization. Highlight significant landmarks. Mission briefing. NTR ranges. Those are different areas. Bullseye location. Oh wow, you can zoom in on this. There's a no-fly zone in there. There's the gates they were talking about. In other words, you take off, you fly into specific gates for specific areas, entrance and exit gates, that sort of thing. There's corridors. I guess you fly into these corridors to go through the gate. A line corridor, there's gates there. Red airspace, blue airspace. There's Rachel. Hello, Rachel. How you doing here, honey? These are probably NDBs or something here. Engagement zone. Air refueling tracks. Where are they? Ooh, there's the Tanopa test beacon over there. There's frequencies. You can dial these in. That's the taxiways. Alpha Bravo, Echo's up there. That's Foxtrot is a taxiway. Or those are actually landing pads. Golf. Live ordnance loading area. Aggressor parking, Thunderbird, South Aggressor. There's a frequency chart. I could go back and replay my video and make a copy of this. I haven't seen this anywhere. Nellis control. Wow, crap, I gotta write this down. Where's my book? You don't really have to, probably. It just switches automatically, probably. VHF. We have UHF 289.4. Clearance delivery. CLD 289.4. Ground 75.8. Tower 27. Nellis departure. Departure arrival 327. Tower. Departure. Arrival. Bullseye SOF. ETIS. It's the weather. 270.1. Creech Air Force Base Tower. I probably don't have to write any of these numbers down because it probably switches automatically, but we'll just do it anyway. I don't know what that is. I'll just write it down for funsies. Alright. Oh god, local radio frequencies. Well, I'm not gonna bother writing all those down. Oh, there's Creech Air Force Base single frequency approach. There's Range Ops Center, Black Ops. McLarian Tower, Nellis Post, Paladin Metro. Red Flag, Nellis Ops. Tech Ann. Yep. That's your beacons. No, let's just write these numbers down here. A couple of them. I wanna let's see, Boulder. Did I get Edwards? Oh, Edwards. Luke. Mesa, Nellis, test range. To know so Edwards. Oh, McCarran International. There it is. Can't even spell right. Tanopa, yes, TPH, TPH. I just wrote a couple of them down. I don't have to write any of that down either. Well, we're 10 to 24 already. These, like Arco, Caesar, those are not beacons. Those are GPS coordinates. However, they have radial. There's a radial, which is degrees. And DME is distance to DME from, I'm not sure exactly where. I did Tanopa's TPH. Maybe we could, there's LSV beacons, or rather, not beacons. GPS waypoints is what it is. Let's write down. Arco sounds familiar. I remember flying this with the F-16. I did some flight simulator training in the test range when I was doing FSX stuff. So I recall Arco. Local navigation points. ILS. Oh, is that? It's not ILS. Radial, DME, ATC point. So we've got Arco. That's LSV. /355. Oops, wait a minute. 355 /30. It's distance from somewhere. I don't know exactly where. There's Dry Lake. That's the Groom. Dry Lake. There's Dream. What the heck did the... Oh, Belted Peak is Tonopah. TPH 108. That's 108 degrees. And 53. So maybe it's 53 nautical miles away from that airfield. Duck. Duck. Jettison Hill. That sounds, Oh, you know what that is? That's the area where stores and stuff are able to be jettisoned, so that's probably important. Jettison. Stores. That is LSV 348. That's the bearing, probably from the airport. 5.2. Guess that's enough of that. Oh gosh, there's more of them here. Holy crap. Student Gap. Student Gap. I'm not sure what that is, but that's probably sounds like one I should write down. LSV 347. 82. Actually, let me just back that up a little. And okay, so BTY, that's Betty. That's there's the Beacon Betty right there. So this is an approach departure chart. LSV. Warning to scale, abbreviated, check procedures, comply with noise abatement. So LSV is that beacon there. There's the racetrack, that round thing. So it's 4 nautical miles out beyond the racetrack. You have to remain 4 nautical miles. And then that says, that's runway, it says 025 LSV. Maybe I could just do a little approach plate here. R 025. I'm not sure exactly what on flex means. Remain within 4 nautical miles. That's to tower. That says 270. 15 DME arc on flex. FYTTR. Oh, there's another. You would not normally depart in that direction, I don't think. according to this, you have to. This doesn't look right. Red Force departure route. I'm not going to worry about that now. Let's just try to get through this. Remain below 3,000 feet. Fly north of flex, added below 4,000. Feet. Runway 3. Intercept the LSV 15 DME arc at or below 8,000 and arc south. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Intercept the LSV R267 at or above 10,000 and track outbound air cruise or VFR until intercepting the LSV R-267 or at or above 10,000. If unable to comply with restrictions, maintain VFR and advise ATC. But I can deal with that later. Recovery routes, Jason. Where's Betty? Betty's right here. So when you track inbound from Betty, it's 095. So it's the 095 radial off of Betty. Zero 95 outbound radial from Betty. So I would have to go back. I have to go back and look for that frequency. There's Betty right there. That's the beacon. Let's see. BTY. And that's channel 94. Now whether it actually says the frequency of that, I don't. Those are radio frequencies. Radio. There's some other things here. Oh, I see. There's the range. There's the numbers right there. So according to this, I've got to track... Oh, there's LSV. Oh, there it is, right there. That's where I make a turn. Look at all these turns are pretty complicated. That's a strange setup right there. LSV. So we track outbound LSV. Track outbound LSV 267 at 33 nautical miles. Change to heading 345 to gate, whatever that is, GARTH. So where's Garth? There's Flex. I didn't even find that. I should probably find it, I suppose, huh? I don't even know where. It says DMA arc on Flex. That's a beacon. And I don't see where that beacon's located on here. So let's just see if we can find Garth. Alright, Garth. And this is the test range, and there'll be a gate number. And that is channel it doesn't say. There's no channel for that because that's just a GPS location. But it's located at LSV. Wow. LSV 300 90 nautical miles out. Well, that takes care of that little chart. Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't see too many people doing this because they don't want the realism. So then it says intercept 267 outbound at or above 10,000 feet and track outbound. LSV R267. That's this here. FTTY. At or above 10, at or above 10,000. Where is that number? Recovery. I'm not gonna bother with this. Well, I already wrote it down. Jason recovery via Garth. Cross Garth at assign ATC heading 165 direct flush. Cross flush turn left heading 122 direct Jason. Cross Jason blah 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 blah. Jason recovery from Betty. Contact knowledge control. Proceed outbound on the Betty R095 direct to Jason. That's the one I'd be using. Expect currents for strike recovery during daytime when BMC and traffic permits. Strike recovery clearance authorized descent to cross strike at or above blah 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 blah. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm not going to worry about it. Runway 3. Cross strike at or above 9,500. Proceed direct class. Blah, 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 blah. Cross Las Vegas Boulevard at or above 4,000. Remain within 4 DME of LSV on turn to final. Do not descend below 3,000 feet MSL until within 5 DMS of LSV or 4 nautical miles of the runway. Endless traffic pattern. Entering initial. Three nautical mile initial Las Vegas Boulevard. Lovely. I'll look at that VFR straight in to Park Craig and descend it to Betty at 3,000 feet by Las Vegas Boulevard, not to descend below 3,000. That's the noise abatement. Until within 5 DME of LSV. They made a mistake back here. There's an error. See right here it says do not descend below 3,000 feet MSL until within 5 DMS. That should be DME. I don't really see where the... It's the left-handed pattern. That's easy enough. I'm not going to worry about that. Noise abatement. There's LAS. 3,000 is the minimum altitude after takeoff. $6,000 feet over here. Craig Ranch Regional Park. All aircraft must expedite climb in accordance with flight manual to an altitude window of 2,500 to 3,000 feet MSL until turning out of traffic beam the south end of Nellis Air Force Golf Course. The last page. Now they're probably going to expect you to turn on all of these, head to these beacons. I'm not going to write these numbers down. I'll just deal with it later. There's Garth. I think we're actually going in left to right here. Whether or not these beacons change automatically, or am I supposed to write them all down? I don't know. We'll see soon enough. So, Allies flight. Today's mission is a familiarization flight. We'll fly the typical routes to and from the range, and review the range, check in and out procedures, highlight significant landmarks, etc., 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 etc. Takeoff tower, flight plan. Creech Tower, divert, does it divert? Pattern altitude. That's if there's a problem. Ingress to Red Air Corridor. Garth Gate right there. I'm not gonna do that. Range information, blah blah, restricted operating zones. Control points. This is a ramp-to-ramp mission, so configure HOTAS accordingly. You can use the F10 menu to issue orders, view nav information, and communicate status. Complete the flight plan and land back at Nellis. See what time it is. This is the first time I will be inside this cockpit of this plane. Pretty cool, eh? Radio. This is the payware version. This is not the free plane. Alright, so take blah blah blah. I'll see on the flight line. It's the same stuff here.
Our departure time is 0700 hours. Get your bird started and we'll do a comms check when ready.
Wow, I can't even move the display. That works, but there's no zoom. The mouse does not control the zoom at all.
Forward 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Well, that's a bit of an issue.
Forward 1-1, clear to taxi to runway 3. Forward 1.